Yes, it was just like, I being a sneaker, loving the sneaker culture, um, loving fashion. I always loved shoes. Is all I ever, feel like that's all I ever know. But I know a lot, but it's like sneakers is just something that's just with me, and I feel like me working in my element and getting the page off, especially the sneaker industry is booming right now and it's getting
Yeah.
bigger each day, so I feel like I'm coming in at a right time.
Hmm.
Um to show my knowledge and damn, there we go.
Well, you know how they ask musicians who are they top five, like who
Oh,
they the
okay.
greatest alive.
The
What's
greatest alive.
your top five kicks? Like, what are your favorite
Oh
ones? I know
man.
that's hard, but I had to
Whoa. Okay.
ask.
Let me see if I could still top five of all time or
Top five of
just
all time.
wow. Okay.
Oh no! They don't get it. It's okay. We get it.
I was like, yes, Lord, come on with the cancellations.
Ooh, we going in it. Now let's get it.
I don't know if you know this, but I'm black. Am I good?
He's with the best of them, and he's one of my favorite men to come emphasize.
that entrance sounds like much more than who I actually am.
All right, so my guest of honor is an inventive, clever narrator of the culture. He currently serves as the senior editor of a sneaker media page called COSIGNKicks, which is a sneaker page dedicated to sneaker release dates, community, and culture. He has teamed up with the Dallas Sneaker Boutique Centre for a t-shirt collab, and he recently hosted a sneaker battle to raise money for the Marshall Project and Color of Change. He's a visionary leader and a free spirit who always has some heat on his feet. My guest of honor is Toriq Ahmed. How you doing?
Hey, I am doing good. What of a intro that was, but yeah.
I meant
I'm
every
doing good
word.
though.
I
Yeah.
meant every word in real
I
life.
appreciate that. I appreciate that.
How has quarantining been for you?
Oh, quarantines has just been, figuring out what not trying to lose your mind. That's the first point. But it's been pretty chill, staying out the way, thinking of ways to get creative.
Mm-hmm.
For cosign kicks, we do a lot of events as well. So it's kind of different knowing that we cannot host those type of events due to COVID-19. So we've been trying to, think of different ways to bring, content in fashion so people can actually still get a feel for it and still feel like, they're there. But yeah, we're figuring it out though. But quarantine has been pretty chill. It's been pretty chill.
That's good. I mean, you
Yeah.
definitely hit the nail on the head trying to make sure you stay sane. And, because a lot of people haven't been home this long in a long time.
I know they don't know what to do with themselves. They don't know. People losing their minds. I mean,
Like, find out who
seriously.
you are. Take this time to find out who
Exactly.
you are.
Exactly. Read, meditate, whatever you need to do. Come with it. I've seen people come up with new hobbies, so
Yeah.
this is the time right here. This is the time right
Businesses,
there.
everything.
Businesses popping up. I said I had a conversation with my homie last week and I was saying that if you did not come out this quarantine with some kind of skill set, you was not quarantining right. Like
Right.
seriously.
You wasted your time. You wasted
You
time.
yes. You have all the time in the world to do what you want to do now. So,
Yep.
you know?
That's crazy. And without sports and everything, you had it
Yes.
all that time to do something.
Exactly. Man, shout outs to the Last Dance though. And
Yes.
Michael Jordan keeping me busy and that was a good time, so yeah.
Yeah. I loved all the pictures, like how everybody was shooting their shoes. I was like, this is
Oh my
dope.
god, it was a fun moment. That was a fun moment. I was looking forward to every Sunday. Every
Yes.
Sunday. Seriously. Take
See
me
who
back.
got the right ones on. Who got them on today?
Exactly. Exactly.
I think it's interesting how it seems like the sneaker culture is like influencing everything else. Like I feel like it's influencing the mass majority or the mass media.
hmm
Where do you see it going, or like what would you like to see it go?
I would like to see the sneaker culture, especially with everything going on right now. We're like course, we're in a revolution right now. So,
Mhm.
I would like to see the sneaker culture dive in more towards giving back to the culture that it started from,
Mhm.
which is us. You know, so I mean, the sneaker culture already companies are already benefiting from our culture. You know,
Yeah.
so I feel like it's time to give back. A lot of creatives like me, young African Americans, people, minorities that want to get into this field, that want to work in the sneaker culture. I feel like this is the best time to do it right now.
Mhm.
Reach out, get your content up. Yeah, so I see it going in a real good direction right now. I'm really hopeful for it.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
definitely agree.
for
I
sure.
feel like I feel like you're like the exact definition of if you love what you do, you'll never work a day in your life. Like
Seriously.
honestly, like whenever I see your posts, I follow the page and your personal page, and I feel
Uh huh.
like your joy just like radiates. It makes me
Yeah.
happy. So that's why I always comment. I'll be
Appreciate
like,
that.
bro, I'm so happy for you.
Appreciate that. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. You know, I'm still pushing that 9 to 5, but at the same time, I'm like, I love what I do.
Yeah.
So when you love what you do, of course, you're gonna just keep working and keep pushing. And you know, it's gonna be fun. Like you know, like I'm having fun doing this, putting out content and posting about sneakers and like writing about sneakers. You know, it's fun because it's where the culture I come from.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you know, I love it, you know, and one day it's going to pay off. I really truly believe so. And
Absolutely.
going to end up paying all the bills,
Yeah.
basically, you know? So,
Yeah.
yeah.
It definitely is. Like, what would be your advice to someone who wants to like become a sneakerhead or get into this world?
I will say, man, that's a real good question. What I will say, because you can hit it with so many different ways. I mean, of course, you can do basics. You can do your research, Google,
Mhm.
um, but buy what you like first and foremost. That's what I say. You don't have to go after all the hype, limited stuff, the stuff that you know that looks cool. If you like it, you know, figure out yourself, figure out your style, and then if you like it, buy it and just continue to do your research. And you know it just comes naturally, you know. But there's ways to get into sneaker culture. Of course, you have my page, COSIGNKicks,
Mhm.
that you can follow on Instagram, and we post release dates and information and sneaker news, anything that you need to know regarding anything sneaker related.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's I feel like that y'all are definitely on point. I always see the releases in my student, I'm gonna shout her out real quick, Ryan. She always sends me stuff. She be like, Miss Trina, we gotta get
Yeah.
these together. I'm like, girl,
Right.
you make more money than me, so why don't you buy them?
Right.
I got
Right.
an adult at this point because I love shoes. Like I used to buy them all the time, but then when I
Hmm.
became an adult, I had to
It's an expensive habit. Trust me.
be an adult at this point. But
I feel you. I feel you.
it's okay.
It's an expensive habit.
Yeah, it is.
Mine's. I mean, it's sometimes you have like a release that comes up between the same time as a bill about to creep up, and
Right.
you gotta pick your poison. You gotta be like, okay, maybe I could get, you know, I could do this, but you know, nah. I always take care of your priorities though first. But it's a very expensive habit. Um, you know, I've been in this culture for a while. I was fortunate to actually work at Foot Locker, of course,
Mhm.
get discounts, and you know, that helped a little bit. If you working for a shoe store, they provide you all this type of like 50% off discounts, and you know,
Yeah.
you good, and you get
Yeah.
anything that you want. So, building relationships and fortunate enough to just be around the secret community where people will take care of me when it comes to stuff like that. So,
Absolutely.
you know, I'm not spending as much. You know, I mean, I'm making better choice. Like I don't want to, you know, stuff. You don't have to have everything. That's one thing about actually being in the sneaker culture. You do not have to buy everything. Buy
I
what you
agree.
like. You know, buy what you like. Buy what you can afford first and foremost, because this culture is very very expensive. Trust
It
me.
is, but it's worth it. It's worth it though. It's
Yeah,
worth it
for
though.
sure.
Certain shoes I can't leave. I have to
I feel
get.
you. No, for sure, for sure. I feel you. You know, I've always, I have a couple that I'm watching right now. So definitely, I feel you.
Gotta have them.
Yeah, for
So
sure.
so you went to school,
Yes.
and do you feel like that helped you with what you're doing, or do you feel like you could
Um,
have did without it?
I feel like it helped me in a way. Actually, I'm still in right now. I
Hmm.
graduate in December.
Good.
Thank God. So
Congratulations.
thank you. I'm ready for that. Just apply for the graduation just now. So, but yeah, it helped me. It helped me. I feel like I needed that skill set. Um, I could tell you a story right quick first before I even got to UTA because that's where I went.
Hmm.
I was at TCC and I wasn't honestly. College is not for everybody. For me, I wasn't feeling it at first. That's when I dropped out. Started working at Foot Locker. I thought I was rolling in the dough. This is what I need. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like it one part that hit me that said that, dang, I saw a corporate come in from Foot Locker, and I seen how my manager used to like tighten up every time they came in. And I was like, I don't want to be that guy. I say I want to be the guy, making the shots and doing everything. I want to be the top dog. So it motivated me to go back to school. You know, push through TCC, and then I transferred to UTA. I got my stuff together, so I do feel like it did help me. It realized like it kept me focused on what my goal was because I know exactly what I want to do.
Hmm.
Um, when you get to school, because some people don't know what they want to do when they get to college.
True.
And I was that person. I was like, when I first got there, I was like, I don't know, I switched my major. I kid you not, like 5
Hmm.
times.
That's
So I was
okay.
there. Yeah, I had to figure it out. I had to get a feel for it. So I finally switched it to advertising and marketing, and what I'm doing right now for COSIGNKicks, and I'm
Hmm.
using all of my resources, and I took take a social media class, and of course those classes to teach you how to the numbers of everything and the strategic way of doing social media. But yeah, I feel like college did prepare me for what I want to do, and I feel like it's just that degree is just a head curve step to get into those corporate offices that I want to do. So
Absolutely.
for sure.
So how did you even get in tune or get into COSIGNKicks? Like how did that come about?
So Cosign is for starters, it was Cosign Magazine, and that's a magazine company that was started after like 2008. So the owner, KG, shouts to KG. Um he the one that came to me and saw what I was doing on Instagram and how I had a lot of sneakers. I knew a lot of knowledge. I was out here throughout the culture. So he was like, yo, I want to start a sneaker page called COSIGNKicks, and I want you to lead it. We didn't have a name for it at all. It was just that he wanted a sneaker page. So we just I just like, we was at like Buffalo Wild Wings one night, and we just brainstorming, bouncing names off. I said, COSIGNKicks. Just keep it simple.
Dope.
And bam, there we go. I kid you not, so the page, when I first started, it was like 3 years ago, Instagram page, it had like at least 30 some followers. So we just reached our 2,000 mark. And the page is growing each day.
Hmm.
I'm doing the content, posting the social media, and I love the progress of where it's at right now. So I feel like the culture needed it. Dallas Fort Worth needed it. Something
Absolutely.
that's there where people can find resources of what's coming out. So yeah, that's pretty much how it started. KG, he let me run it. He let me run the page and say, you're the editor for COSIGNKicks, and anything I come up with it's just brand. It's from the dome, and there you go. History from there.
That's so dope. You
Hmm.
see the fact that you were already moving in your purpose before is what helped you get the position.
Yes,
That's
it
awesome.
was. Yes, it was just like I being a sneaker, loving the sneaker culture, um, loving fashion. I always loved shoes. Is all I ever feel like that's all I ever know. But I know a lot. But it's like sneakers is just something that's just with me, and I feel like me working in my element and getting the page off, especially the sneaker industry is booming right now, and it's getting
Yeah.
bigger each day, so I feel like I'm coming in at a right time,
Hmm.
um to show my knowledge, and damn, there we go.
Well, you know how they ask musicians who are they top five, like who
Oh,
they the
okay.
greatest alive.
The
What's
greatest alive.
your top five kicks? Like, what are your favorite
Oh
ones? I know
man.
that's hard, but I had to ask.
Whoa, okay. Let me see if I could still top 5 of all time, or
Top five of
just
all time.
wow. Okay. let's see. Let's see if I can go. Okay, number 5. I'm gonna have to go with the Jordan 1
Mhm.
bread, the black and red ones.
Yeah.
That's like my favorite. That's my favorite top. That's one shoe that you can just keep buying every time it come out. And I had it. I bought it every time it come out. So the bread Jordan 1's a classic.
Yeah.
I would have to say number 4, the Jordan 3s. I like 3s, white cement.
Mm.
That's another top 2 Jordan that's on my list. For my number 3, I will have to go with the Air Force One. You can't go wrong with Air Force Ones. That's one of the first sneakers that started me collecting. I don't care what color it is. All white, black, it's something that's just a classic sneaker. So the Air Force One got me in the sneakers. So I have to put the Air Force One on my list. Number 2, let's see. I will have to go with the Air Max 90.
I love those.
The 90s are dope.
Yeah.
I love the 90s. Any colorway. They just are just the classic infrared colorway.
Simple.
Really, really simple. I love it.
Yeah.
Air Max 90 all the way. And then for my number 1 sneaker that I love, that will have to go like my top 5. Let's see. Let's see where I want to go with this. I have so much. This is really a hard question.
I know it is.
I could go with the number 1 sneaker. I will probably have to go with them. I can go with one that I love this year. It's another Jordan 1. I have it in my collection. It's called the Union. Jordan 1, and it's storm blue and bread. That my other favorite Jordan that's in my collection.
I don't know if I've seen it.
Yeah, I have. Yeah, it's the storm blue Jordan 1s. Union, they did a collab. This is a store out in LA. Black owned. They did a collab with Jordan Brand back in 2017, and they sold out really, really quick. So I barely copped. This is when I I spent some money to get these. So I spent a good amount, but now they're going for like $1,500.
It's an investment.
And I have it on my collection. So they got it there. And I had it on the other day. This is timeless. And I was like, this is my number 1 sneaker in my collection. That's number 1. Yeah, that's my top.
And that you actually got it too.
I have it. That's crazy. I had it on the other day, and I was looking at my shoes. And I was like, dang, I can't believe I got these on my feet right now. It's so, you just have some heat on your feet. You like, dang, I got some sneakers on my feet.
You feel better.
Right. And that's a part of sneakers. Sneakers make you feel better. Like, I don't know, they make you a fresh pair of shoes. It could be anything, honestly. I don't care if it's, it could be cheap. I remember being young, and my mom, I couldn't get the Jordans. I mean, when the 13s first came out in like 1998.
My favorite Jordan.
Oh my God, yes, I remember those. But yeah, the Jordan 13s came out in 98, the Flint ones. And all my cousins, I went to a barbecue, my cousins, they all had them on. I was like, Mom, I don't have the 13s. But I think I got some Pippins or something, which I wasn't mad at, but I wanted those 13s though. I wanted the Flint 13s. So, but the Pippins made me feel good, when I had it on my feet. Gave me a special moment. I eventually got the 13s though.
Look, we'll kill for those right now though.
Oh my God. They just recently came back out, and they sold out pretty quick. So yeah.
Yeah. They definitely did.
Sure.
I'm sure they did.
Yeah.
So a lot of kids are getting into buying and reselling sneakers, and it's like they don't even going to school is not even on their radar right now. They're like focused on building from the bottom and working their way up. What would you say would be the best way to do that? Like like you said earlier, just buy what you like, and then
So yeah, buy what you like to get into the sneaker culture. But if you're trying to resell and make money from the sneaker culture, you definitely have to buy the hype and really, really dope hottest limited products because that's the ones that are gonna make you money. So people that want to get into the reselling game, I know a lot of resellers. They've recently, you can open up a store with that, which is really, really dope. And there's a couple of stores that are open in the Metroplex where people were, they're making good money where that's called consignment shops, and they get all the hottest and latest shoes. But they resell them for a higher price.
Right.
And you can really make some money from this. It's a business. So, but that's the first part. Learning how much you're gonna make. If you took a simple, but you do have to go to school though. That's why, you can do it without school. Anything, you can find something for YouTube, but it's simple economics, it's real simple economics. You want to know how much you're going to end up, how much profit you're going to be making. If something's not selling that, if it's not selling that good, you need to know exactly, don't buy that, or if it's worth it, so you do need to go to school to learn those fundamentals and the numbers behind it. But if you know all of that, that will equip you up here, and you can really make some real good money from reselling, for sure. It's lots to be made.
Absolutely. Do you think your parents really supported this at first, or did they feel like this was going to be a problem?
Oh my God. Man, my parents, these some good questions. So for real. But when I first got into it, of course, my mom, I think, so I was in 2004, 2005 when I got my first, I was able to work. I was going to East Hills High School at the time, and my first job was McDonald's. So I feel like everybody's first job was at like a fast food restaurant or something. So I worked at McDonald's. The year was 2005. And I knew when you go to high school, your freshman year, you want to, you see everybody coming with the latest kicks, and I was like, dang, I want to buy every retro, and I started getting into release dates and stuff like that. So my mom wasn't, because she stopped buying them. You're grown, you want to make some money. She'll buy me every once in a while, but she wasn't gonna keep buying them like the newest stuff every month. And I wanted to have it. I wanted to have all the new stuff, so I had to get a job. So they supported me in that way. My parents, they were cool with it. They know I had a lot of sneakers. They know I was really fascinated with sneakers. They was all for it as long as I was making my own money and buying them. They really didn't say too much. Of course, when another shoe came in, so you got another pair of shoes, another pair, like, you gotta. Now I still get packages sent to my parents' house, not to my apartments, but I get them sent to my parents' house, and I was like, yo, you gotta, these some shoes, and they're like, you already know, what I'm saying? But I feel like you feel like parents are always gonna, give you that. Come on now, like, but it comes with it. But when I got my first job, it was really smooth. I spent my first check on a pair of Jordans that I wanted, and it just went right from there. It was on down,
Yeah. It's so crazy. You said that your freshman year was in 2005.
Yes.
I graduated high school in 2005.
Wow. Seriously.
That's so funny.
Like the era that we was in, and it's just being a part of the sneaker culture. That's another reason why I have so much knowledge, is because if you look back in the day, well, let's say back in the day.
No,
now,
you can say it like that.
Oh my God.
It's okay. That means you're OG. It's all right.
I am.
It's okay.
Oh my God. I feel like an uncle or something. But nah, back in the day, 2005, that was one of the best years ever. Like, I was in high school. 2004, really, like, you remember seeing music videos. You remember seeing Nelly at the top of his game.
We can thank you for the Air Force One being
exactly. That's what got me into sneakers. That's what really got me. Telling you, you look at artists like, in music, that's when music comes into the sneaker culture. You look at artists like Nelly, Kanye West, praying for that brother, but Kanye West, he was a big inspiration. He's really a big inspiration for all of the OG sneakerheads back in the day.
Absolutely.
Because he's really a trendsetter, and he started a lot of stuff. I remember when he first came out, College Dropout, and I remember skipping me and my homeboy skipped math to go get the CD at
Yeah.
Target and come right back. If I was freshman in high school, I'm like, we skipping, we went to go get the CD, but Kanye has always been that trendsetter, artistic, fashion person. And when you look to someone when it comes to sneakers and just clothes, you looked at he was like, oh, I gotta have that. I was like,
Yeah.
we gotta do this. He had us walking around with backpacks, fake
Yep.
Louis Vuitton. We couldn't even afford the real ones. I had the fake one. I ain't gonna lie.
That's all right.
At the time, But music and then being around that time in 2005, 2006 shifted a lot of things, especially with sneaker culture and the way you got sneakers back in the day was so raw and authentic and so us. I went to Eastern Hills High School, so that was predominantly black high school, and you had to come with it. And
You definitely did.
yeah, for real. What high school did you go to?
Trimble Tech.
Oh,
See, I was just supposed
Trimble.
to go on the Hills though, because I went to Meadowbrook.
Oh, shout outs to Meadowbrook.
Yep.
Yeah. Shout outs to Meadowbrook. I went to Hanley.
Okay.
So I went to Hanley Middle. So we used to play our basketball team so many times. It was always I don't know what it was. But being in that culture and just knowing your peers and knowing your people and then just, in the community, Fort Worth, it starts with the community. It starts
Absolutely.
with it starts with being where you from. That's sneaker culture. And a lot of people, that's unique. That's the way you need to think about it too. That's the way people need to think. But that's, that's all we had. We had our peers, we had our music, we had what was hot. And that's where it started. And you see someone coming into high school with the freshest kicks, you're like, yo, those are sick. You ain't got these. Hold on, let me one up you, and I'm gonna come back with these. I'm gonna bust them. That's how it was. It was a fashion statement.
Yep.
So
laying the clothes out before the night.
Before the first night.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, the first day of school was so special back then. It was special.
It was. I loved it. I think we've been influenced by, also TV, like when you think about the Martin Show and then you think about Fresh Prince. Now, I don't know who was giving them all them shoes. They had everything. Like everything.
Yo, they was.
So
I seen that. I heard an interview with Will that he did like 2 years ago. They was asking them about that, and they said that NBC blessed them with all of that.
Sheesh.
Yeah, I think that's where Fresh Prince was on channel. It was on NBC at first. It aired on there. But they blessed them with a lot of that stuff, and they had all the sponsors. They got everything for free. But you look at TV shows. I was watching Martin, and I was watching Fresh Prince. I'll take it even. People sleep on a different world.
Oh,
Wayne and Ron was those people.
Always fresh.
Always. It was always fresh. They had every single Jordan, every single one with the matching suits.
Yep.
Ron and Dwayne Wayne. Those are the people that that's who I really looked up to. Looking at those old episodes, and I was like, and that made me different. It made me want to go to college, honestly.
Yes. No, real talk. That's why I went to college.
Yeah.
Because I'm the first one to go.
Like, seriously. And I was watching those episodes back then, and of course it made me want to go to HBCU back in the day. I'm not even going front. And Ron, looking up to Ron and Dwayne Wayne, and they had everything. They were so fly. Oh my God, yes. Those are the OGs, and then of course the Wayne's brothers. I gotta give it up to Marlon and Sean. Man, Marlon had every sneaker.
Every shoe. Yeah.
Every sneaker.
It's insane.
Yeah.
It's insane how I feel like they kind of, helped the industry, but now I feel like the sneaker industry is on its own. Like, you don't even need anybody to drive attention to it because it's its own entity at this point.
It's its own beast. You make it. And the thing is, I feel like anybody can get in it now. And that's also the kind of scary part, because you just don't want anybody to just buy their way into the sneaker culture or just jump into this. At first it was more like a sacred, like it was just more like our little secret, if type club. If you got some fresh kicks on, you vibing with someone, the names, like, oh yeah, you a sneakerhead, you got it, you cool. But now I feel like people are, anybody are getting into this, and it just for the hype, and that kind of kills it a little bit.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's a blessing because it's opening up doors and opening up, opportunities for many people. And you can really make money off of this. Like there's a couple of actually a lot of people that's really making a living off the sneaker culture. Like they're not working there's no 9 to 5. Like they're literally posting sneakers on the Instagram and bam, they get a check. And it's like, yo, that sneaker, and you see and it's growing, so it's a way you can get into this. It's and then you can really make some really, really good money in the sneaker culture. It's a career, and I feel like, I wouldn't be surprised later on down the line, it'd be a major.
It needs to be. It needs to be, honestly, like a designing and understanding the whole history behind the shoe game is like, I'm intrigued by the sneaker culture. Like even just knowing, like from how I grew up, my aunt used to have me laced with everything. Like she bought me, all the J's. I had everything back in the day. But like, I just feel like it's important and it's like a part of our culture. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's ingrained in us. So
exactly.
I definitely understand when you say it's kind of sad when you see everybody getting into it because they don't really have the same love for it as you would have for it. But it's like a double-edged sword. It's kind of helping, but it's hurting too.
Yeah, you feel me? Yeah, that's what it is. And people that's really into the sneaker culture really get that, and they know that. And that's pretty much how it is. By all means, it's a lot of research you could do your research first. But to tell anybody that want to get into this culture, it's definitely moves. And then right now, I honestly think it's the best time for the sneaker culture, just because all of the stuff that's going on, to turn a negative into a positive, giving us time to go back to the quarantine, giving us time to figure out what kind of content to put out. Some people, all they got to do, if they're working from home and you online, all you can do is shop. Yeah. You looking at what you want to, what fits. You can't really go nowhere, but you still want to buy some stuff, and you still want to feel good with yourself, and put out some content and show your sneakers. But like I said, it's a lot of opportunity in this. A lot of opportunity in this, and I love it.
Yeah. What do you think about how the the NBA, like they're using their shoes to make statements, adding the different like slogans like equality and different things on there. Like, do you feel like that's impacting the world too, or do you feel like it's just like them just trying to show love?
I for sure think it's impacting. I feel like every player that shows, any type of support towards this movement, that it needs to be heard. They have a bigger platform. The kids are going to listen to them. If you have LeBron James going around with some sneakers, a new LeBron 18, that just that he has on his feet, and it says Black Lives Matter, and you think you look at his audience and his fans, and you have majority white, you got white fans, you got African American, you got a little bit of everybody, and you see people questioning Black Lives Matter. They want to do why is this, what's going on, people that don't know what's going on. I feel like those statements are very important to put on the sneaker equality. Any type of message that has, anything that's going on would get people talking or get the conversation started. I feel like it's really, really good for the culture, the community, and for this movement right now. So
absolutely.
For sure.
We need more people to speak up.
Oh, for sure. We do need more people to speak up. All of the role models right now. Seriously.
Because we seriously losing all our heroes.
We need more people. We are losing all of our heroes right now. All of them. 2020 is really, really weird. When I first got into this year, I was like, the New Year's, it felt good. I was like, oh, this is lit. You know what I'm saying? I'm finna go into this. We finna rock out. I already know what I'm about to do. And, I landed an internship, and everything. I was ready, and COVID came. First, it was Kobe, and
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
when Kobe passed, I was like, "Yo, some
It's off already.
the energy just went
Yeah.
down, and it was when actually went out to LA. Not for the memorial, but I was out there a week before the memorial just to feel the energy and feel the temperature. And with Kobe, my favorite basketball player. Anybody don't know me, it's my favorite basketball player of all time.
Yeah.
But next to Michael Jordan. But yeah, and as soon as I came back from LA, that's when the COVID started hitting, and things got shut down.
Yeah.
I had so I had an event in March that was going to happen. It got shut down. So this year is a little different. This year is a little different, but I feel like more than anything, it's challenging people to be better, and just get think about stuff and sit down and listen more than anything. So shout out to the NBA players doing their thing, and I love it. I love all the people that's getting involved and the voices that's people speaking up and everything going on right now. I love it right now. So
yeah,
for sure.
we definitely need it. That energy definitely went down when Kobe was gone. I was like, this is weird. It doesn't even make sense. So
I still do not believe it to this day, and it feels weird.
Yeah.
Still, I was like, no way, but
yeah,
RP to the main.
I love Kobe Bryant, but yeah,
Seriously.
I feel like also it's interesting that the timing of everything is like right when he was about to make everything with the women's basketball go better, like just working towards all of that. So
crazy.
I've been enjoying seeing them post their videos from the bubble.
Oh,
the NBA
yes,
and the WNBA.
NBA is back. Yes, and it looks weird. I think I watched the video this morning, and they had the audience in like a pic. It was like a picture, but they had like people cheering in the bubble on like a screen, like
Zoom.
a fake audience on. Yeah, I was like, yo, this is weird. Like, this is really, really. I'm going to enjoy watching it. Because I need some type of I need something,
right?
But it is gonna feel a little off, and it's gonna feel weird watching that. And the same with I think the Cowboys, too. I feel like I think they can't have anybody in there in their stadium, and baseball. Baseball started back up too, so yeah.
I think the NFL is gonna try to make a way to do it though. They just hard headed, so we already know they probably gonna do something.
Yeah, you know how that go. I feel like NBA is more. I feel like NBA is more. They know it. They're smart. They're
very
smart. They're very smart people.
Yeah. Their process has been. Their process looks like it's going smooth, and like I think it's cool just to see them in their element. But it looks like they're in college. That's what it looked like to me.
It really does. I knew it looked like something like college basketball. But
exactly.
I'm still ready to see LeBron go off. I'm not even gonna lie. I was going for canceling this just because it doesn't make any sense and it's all weird. And I was like, just scrap everything and start over. But then a part of me was like, nah, they put in a lot of work to get where they was about to get, And I put myself in a position where if I was an NBA player, I would want to continue to start playing too. And I'm pretty sure they was going stupid crazy, not having no games right now, and those athletes, especially for sure. So I'm all for it. I just don't want nobody to, catch any COVID while in the midst of this. Keep all these players healthy. I don't want to hear nobody. I don't want to hear no more bad news for the rest of this year.
Please.
Seriously. Wow.
Yeah. Well, I have 2 more questions for you.
Okay.
All right. So, do you believe that your purpose is a journey or a destination?
It's a journey. I'm learning that each day. At first, it felt like a destination. I knew exactly what I wanted to do, and I still kind of do know where I want to land with this. But you just never know with this. It's definitely a journey, and the story makes the journey better. You have your ups, you have your downs. I have my downs, and I just have to learn how to push through them most days. Like about hearing, I had an internship, lost that. You know what I'm saying? Just because of COVID. So now I'm in a predicament where now, what's going on? What I'm gonna do? I'm still pushing. I'm still grinding. I'm still up. But that story, that me losing that internship, is going to. I just know something is bigger for me. It's going to be out there, and that's going to be part of the journey. The internship is part of the journey, and losing in it. It all pays the story, and I feel like I'm in a big story mode right now. And I'm still grinding. I'm still learning each day. I'm still, reading, trying to get better at my craft each day. That's very, very important. Things don't happen overnight. So with that, you have to just keep grinding. And I love this journey I'm on. I love you have to appreciate the L's, and I'm learning that now too. The L's make the W's better. Trust me. So you gotta learn how to appreciate them L's, and I'm taking some L's and I'm taking some W's, but I learned how to get through that. And it's been a rough journey, but it's looking better right now. So I'm positive on that.
That's good. That's good. And it shows, like I told you, it shows. You can tell that that you're in your purpose. Like you can definitely see it.
Yes, so I appreciate that.
Let's see. If you knew then what you know now, would you change anything?
Honestly, no. I don't have any regrets of my. I feel like everything that I've done back then has got me where I was now. So me going to college and dropping out at first, saying it's not for me, was a part of, I could have just stuck in there and, pushed through, but I probably would have been doing something I didn't want to do, and I probably would have been miserable, so I feel like it took me that time to, like, God was like saying, just figure out what you want to do first, and that's what made me I dropped out of college, and, I had to go to Foot Locker. I had to experience, not wanting to do this anymore and stuff getting old. I had to experience that. I had to take that in, and which made me go back to school. And now look where I'm at right now. So, and now it feels good. I feel, so I definitely wouldn't trade any of my past for nothing. You know what I'm saying? What I know now, is helpful. But I feel like even then, anything that I knew back then has helped me get to where I am right now. So,
okay, that's one more question.
Cool.
What role does God and your spirituality play in your life?
Big part. Without God, I am not here. I am nothing. I even have that on my Twitter or on LG too. But I thank God every morning. That's the first person I pray every night. I'm a very spiritual person. I feel like God is a part of my journey, and I feel like if journeys like this, especially being in just anything, well, we can relate it to the sneaker culture too. It's risky because it's a culture that you're going to get in, and you're not too sure if this is going to help you in the long run. Is this going to take care of a family? Is this going to, pay the bills? Or is this going to get you, where you need to go? And all those things from like a regular, just, a big corporate 9-to-5 job. But I feel like with God in your corner, and you're being in line with what you want to do, and God is telling you you can do this, keep pushing, I got something for you. Listening to him he's gonna make everything all right. So he plays a real big part of everything that I do. I pray every day. Very spiritual, and yeah, he's a big part of my journey. So I feel like he plays a big part of my life right now. Blessed. That's all I can say right now. Seriously.
Absolutely. He's
For
gonna
sure.
keep throwing those plot twists in there, but it's gonna make for a better story.
Yeah,
So.
for sure. And that people, and once people realize that everything is not too peachy, like you're gonna get those curves. It's gonna be something. He gonna make you make sure you know nothing comes easy. And everybody says that. Everybody have heard that before. If you want something, you're gonna work hard for it. You gotta work hard for it. You gotta put in the work. You gotta search. You gotta push. Like everything that I'm doing right now. I'm just fortunate enough to really care about this and just be in the sneaker culture. I was in the sneaker culture when I've been in the sneakers and streetwear before I even knew you can make money off of this. So being in that where people is actually really drawn to it now and capitalizing and making money, you know, and me just being in it when I didn't know you can make money off of it, but I was just having fun with it. It's, you know, it goes hand in hand, and God is with me. So I feel like this journey is going to just be, you know, an amazing story at the end, you know, so really hopeful for everything.
Absolutely.
For sure.
And you're gonna eventually not be at the 9 to 5. You in the same realm as me. I'm just trying to get out of there, trying to get out of it. But
the
you're
9
gonna
to
get
5,
there.
the 9 to 5s are very important too. You
Yeah.
need to figure out, you know, I feel like before you even get into this sneaker culture, you need to work retail. That's number one. You have to work at a shoe store to get that experience, to know your this knowledge, just simple stuff, you know, just simple stuff to not even have to be a shoe store, but you have to work retail to just know people, to be a people person, to adapt. Are you gonna get mad if somebody come at you? You know, you test your personality, because I'm talking to people every day. You know, and that's gonna prepare me for when I actually get into that, you know, that realm of the sneaker culture where I have to make relationships and build and talk to people and be nice to this person, you know, to, you know, see what's going on and figure that person out. So you have to, you know, be around people and, you know, retail, and you have to do that. It's a part of it.
Experience.
The 9 to 5 retail job is the best way to go if you want to get into sneaker culture. Trust me.
y'all hear that? You gotta work first.
You have to work. You really have to work. Like seriously, be around people.
Yeah. That's a task in itself. So
it is if you ain't a people person.
Yeah.
If you ain't a people person, it's gonna eat you alive. You have to talk. You have to get out there. So I learned that, you know, but I'm fortunate for everything. I'm fortunate for the 9 to 5 I have right now. I'm fortunate for life right now, period. You know, being a success, we are going through a pandemic right now. You know, but I feel hopeful for what's going on, looking on the positive side. So yeah.
Well, I appreciate you coming on. Thank you so much.
No problem. Thank you for having me. I'm glad that we finally got this, you know, everything. I was happy to be on the podcast and finally get to talk. So thank you for having me. I appreciate that.
No problem at all.